Yes, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's our first full week with the crusty basement administration, and just in case you haven't remembered, everything is still trash. I find it absolutely phenomenal how the Joey Basement administration is being treated with kid gloves by the mainstream media, which is no surprise to any person living on Earth. But every single question to him is like, wow, Joe, how do you like your socks today? Aren't they warm and fuzzy? It's chilly outside. How's your day? In her first tweet as the White House press secretary, Jen Psaki asked her followers for some hard-hitting questions that they would love to see answered. And because everything is trash and the world is absolute garbage, the supposedly most popular president in American history received 10.8 thousand tweets about this topic, and Jen Psaki decided to answer 6 or 7 of the most hard-hitting and important ones to everyday Americans. I bet you'll never guess what they were. Yo, welcome to the clown circus, my friends. So in this 2-minute video, she goes, last minute... She's like, I answered a bunch of your questions here. Spoiler, revealing the POTUS's favorite ice cream. Oh, sick. so she just had 10,000 tweets, and she answers like 5 questions. I answered a bunch of your questions here. A bunch? Okay. One of the 5 questions that she chose isn't even a question. It just says, first feline updates would be greatly appreciated. First feline updates? You think that people care about the cat? Oh my God. There's like a flurry of executive orders, tens of thousands of jobs lost. All of these people that are just like, yo, what is occurring right now? There's some troops in DC and they're just like, what's up with the cat? Oh yeah, okay. Of all of these hard-hitting questions that very concerned Americans that are amidst in a global clamdemic and every single thing is trash and everybody is broken. The world is shattered and America's broken. And they're just like, I'm looking forward to the cat. He's gonna dominate the internet. Dominate the internet? What are you doing? Okay. We're gonna be getting a lot of really hard-hitting questions from the objective mainstream media for the next 4 years. Democracy dies in darkness. One of the questions asked of Jen Psaki last week is Joe Biden missing any of the fun parts of being a candidate? That's a real question asked by a supposed journalist. Is he missing any of the fun parts? Okay. All right. What does Joe like to put on top of his ice cream? Does he like sprinkles or syrup or whipped cream? What does he like? Meanwhile, every other person on planet Earth is like, dog, can I open my business, please? Joe loves little pieces of waffles in his ice cream. Like, I hate you, though. Meanwhile, in absolutely impossible to foresee news, has anyone else noticed how the supposed corona clap, the supposed worst ever in the history of the planet Earth, blah, 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 is mysteriously starting to, I don't know, just kind of disappear now that Joey Basement is in control of the operation? Oh! In what is absolutely no surprise to any human rational being living on Earth with 2 eyes that's been paying attention for more than 3 minutes, all of these supposed corona clap measures and all these lockdowns and all these restrictions and all of these other measures that's just to save you, are slowly starting to fade away, mainly driven by the big blue jabrons that run some of the largest cities in America that just so happen to wait till 1 or 2 days after Anog Day to just be like, I'm just gonna lift these restrictions. Oh! On the most trusted name in news that -4 people trust, the Clown News Network quietly removed their daily gigantic 40% of the screen Corona Clap death toll tracker that was quite literally dominating the screen nearly 24 hours a day for the last 12 months. And casually when Joey Dumpster marionettes his way into the White House, all of a sudden it just vanishes. Oh, Joe likes chocolate chip. Does any rational person out there actually think that these people were not completely goosing all of us and destroying everybody's life out of completely political motivations? Or or could it get any possibly clearer? Because this stuff is so obvious. If you're not seeing this, I don't even know what universe you're living in, Pop. In true Weekend at Bernie's fashion, it kind of seemed like Joey Basement was fireman carried into the Oval Office and just thrown on the ground like a heap of garbanzo beans, and then within 48 hours, all of our big blue cities, our virtuous cities run by the biggest clown sneakers on earth, just mysteriously started to ease their indoor dining restrictions and slowly start to pull back on all these ridiculous rules. What a coincidence. They didn't even give it a week. Places like California, New York, Chicago, DC, and Michigan all just simultaneously slowing up and easing their indoor dining and restaurant restrictions within 48 hours of Joey Basement getting at the helm. Awesome. Thanks, guys. No one could possibly see through that. Dope. Yo, you can't make this stuff up because they are just slapping us right in the face with it. They're not even trying to hide it. The day after Inauguration Day, according to Bloomberg, the U.S. sees a record single-day drop in corona clap hospitalizations. The day after Inauguration Day. Cool. What a coincidence. Yo, this is a tragedy. And then within 2 days of Joey Basement getting into office, mysteriously and quietly, the WH World Garbage Organization changes the test criteria to reduce the amount of false positives for the C-clap. Oh, changes the criteria. Oh, you mean the exact same thing that was being used to just justify all of the... Duh. What I think is so frustrating for everybody out there is that we have been saying, looking at, acknowledging, and speaking out about this stuff all along. Yet all the way through the mainstream media, your social circles, the general disposition of the mainstream public was, how could you, that's not true, that's a theory, that's a conspiracy, all of this stuff, all this, you're insane, how could you, and then here it is just coming true in real time, and it is so frustrating. So many people that have been paying attention to this stuff all along and sounding the alarm are now being vindicated as all this information is coming out and no one cares. And it's just like, have you ever wondered what else we might be right about? It's tragic. And what is even more tragic, because these people clearly have no soul and are savages, is that America's 5th largest school district just announced a plan yesterday to reopen in-person school learning because of a surge in student suicides. I often hear from people, why do we care about this? I hate politics. I don't want to pay attention to politics. Who wants to pay attention to politics? Look, I don't want to pay attention to politics either. This stuff is sad, it's depressing, it's for the most part really, really dark. But the thing is that if it's not me, then who? If it's not you, then who? If no one pays attention to this, just more of this evil happens and perpetuates. People are getting seriously negatively affected by this, and the obvious nature of how these decisions are made on a massive level affects so many people. And we can either be the victim to it and be like, yeah, all these people are corrupt, well, what are we going to do about it? Or we could do something about it. And the first step to that is staying aware, realizing, researching, and most importantly, talking about it to other people. Because if we don't say anything, this stuff will continue now until forever.